Well, good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Thursday morning. It is now the 25th day of April 2024. This is the morning briefing coming to you from my home weather office. And looking out the window, it's certainly a brighter morning than what we had yesterday, but there are some clouds out there, and not everybody in our area has sunshine, and we are going to see more clouds later on today. Some areas are going to see some rain later on today, and some areas are going to see some rain tomorrow. And there's also the possibility of thunderstorms. However, it is far from a sure thing, and I'll show you the differences in some of the morning models and just what might be happening tomorrow afternoon. And of course, I'll look into the weekend as well. So let's start with what is happening this morning. As I mentioned, at the home weather office, there's actually some sunshine in many areas. We still have some low cloudiness, especially north of Interstate 80 and into parts of Nevada County and certainly into Butte County and Plumas County, hanging in with a low overcast. And same thing when you get to Stanislaus County and to the south, we still have some of that low overcast just kind of hanging around, but also some areas of blue sky. Well, areas that have blue sky aren't going to see that forever because there is this weather system beginning to drop in from the north. And you can start to see that little curl in the clouds out here, a big shield of clouds here. So what we're going to see, if you have sunshine this morning, we'll start to see more cloud cover this afternoon. And that'll likely keep temperatures in a similar range to what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, Sacramento topped out at 71. However, the foothills were under quite a few areas, and the foothills were under a low overcast like this throughout much of the day and stayed quite a bit cooler. But it does look as though temperatures today, for the most part, will stay in the range of the low 70s in the valley, which is close to, but slightly below average for this time of year. So let's talk about this weather system that's dropping in. I'm going to show you that by looking at temperatures and flow at 500 millibars with the NAM this morning. And so here's California, and the temperatures we have aloft right now, minus 17. Just use that as a reference, just minus 17. It's, up here at 18,000 feet, it gets plenty cold. And you can see this overall flow, a little bit of a ridge right in here. But as we go through the day today, this is the little trough that's going to be going by and giving some areas the chance of a shower. And then look at the colder air that comes in during the day on Friday. So earlier I mentioned that right now we have minus 17 up here. By tomorrow, this is tomorrow morning, we're down to minus 25. A little blob of cold air going by. And colder air, especially at this time of year, brings instability. In other words, you get the warm air mass down below, you get colder air aloft, and so you get lift. You get rising air. But that cold air sticks around into Friday afternoon. That's Friday afternoon, and then quickly lifts out so that by the time we get into Friday night and Saturday, the temperatures are all the way back up to minus 14, minus 15. So that means that the air mass is going to stabilize very quickly once we get into the weekend, and any outdoor plans you have for the weekend will be just fine. All right, so what about the chances of rain? I'm going to show you two different models here. First, I got to make sure I'm on the 12Z run. No, got to make sure I'm over on the 12Z run here. So I'm going to start with the HRRR, and this will be the 12Z run. I'm going to also show you the NAM nest. So this is what's called simulated reflectivity. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see rain in all of these areas, but simulated reflectivity. So as we head into the afternoon, you'll notice where there is some rain up here in the northeastern corner of the state, as well as maybe from Butte County to the north. This is around 4 o'clock this afternoon. And as we head into the late afternoon, this model is showing maybe showers as far south as Roseville. This is around 7 o'clock this evening, but certainly some rain, maybe even some downpours around Nevada City and Grass Valley, and then into Plumas County, up Highway 49 and up Highway 70. And then as we head into the evening, we get more of that activity on the west slope. This certainly is being confirmed by the other models as well, that we'll likely see some showers in the foothills during the night. This is 11 o'clock tonight. And then we get into the day on Friday. This is Friday morning. And the big difference I'm going to point out here is what happens on Friday afternoon. The HRRR shows cells like this. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That, if true, would be a thunderstorm right over, let's say, Sacramento, Elk Grove, down toward Rio Vista. And that would be a pretty good downpour, as well as one up here toward the Redding area, as well as maybe some activity in Calaveras County. So these could be some heavier downpours. All right, just keep that in mind, and I'll go back to that in just a second. Now let's look at the NAM Nest. So another model, but it's also a high resolution model. And this we'll go through the same period of time. We'll go through the night tonight. This is this afternoon. It looks similar. It brings some pretty good activity, maybe a thunderstorm here to areas around Chico and into Tehama County. But that's at around 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. And as we head into the evening hours, again, as I showed you in the other model, the HRRR, some showers here on the west slope, and especially from Nevada City and Grass Valley to the north. And then as we head into the day on Friday, this model shows almost none of that thunderstorm activity. There's some scattered showers here, but you look at the difference here. This is, let me back this up to about 5 o'clock. So this is the NAM Nest, and then this is the HRRR. These are almost exactly the same time. So this model showing thunderstorms, this model not showing thunderstorms. But there would be some scattered showers on the west slope. And again, once we get into the day on Saturday, all of that will be clearing out. So why is there the difference in the models? Well, it could be a couple of things. It could be that the HRRR is holding on to some of that colder air aloft a little bit longer. In other words, keeping the instability in Northern California longer. And maybe the NAM Nest is moving that colder air out faster and bringing in that warm air advection, as we would call it, and therefore shutting down the convection a lot faster. So there is a difference in the model, so that's why it's far from a certain thing that we could see some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, but it's something we'll keep an eye on. It doesn't look as though it would be anything all that long lasting, but there could be some brief downpours if this does occur. And again, as we head into the weekend itself, the weekend is going to be fine, both Saturday and Sunday, sunny and mild. Also, as these go by, I was just showing you the reflectivity. I wasn't showing you the precipitation type. There would be some snow above, let's say, 7,000 feet, but probably not enough to cause chain controls on 80 or 50. But still, you may run into some snow if you're all driving up that way, especially on Friday afternoon. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. A little bit of uncertainty as we head into the next couple of days, but there will be some showers tonight on the west slope. And again, I think the real wild card is whether or not we're going to see those thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. It's uncertainty that makes weather forecasting kind of fun sometimes. So that's what I've got for you today. Enjoy the sunshine if you've got it. And while we have it, make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.